Hello, this is Davide Biocchi speaking, and this is my weekly intermarket analysis. Let's start as usual with the euro dollar, that as we can see right now is very strong against the euro. The dollar, I mean, is very strong against the euro and is right now moving toward, let's say, the down part of the box. So this is more or less what the market is doing since 1.5 years. And we are very close to the level here that is around 1.06. Recently, the market stopped around 1.068, then tried to rebound, but later came back again. So in this daily chart, we can assume the level around 1.045 as the next and more important support on the path. So it's really interesting. Let's move to bonds, and let's see what is going on the TLT, so Treasury long term. What we have seen is that the market came back a lot. The yield went very high. So the situation here is that the TLT arrived at the first level here, a little bit below the price of 90, and then rebounded. We have a congestion area around here where the market is trying to consolidate the price, and we can assume all the area starting from here and going down, let's say, to test the level below here as all an area of support, okay? More or less the most relevant area of support is the one here, and so we can expect the market to rebound somewhere around here. So if we go and see what is happening on the 10-year T-note, we can see something very similar. The price came back a lot, especially because there's the expectation with that with the new deal of Mr. Trump could be necessary to, let's say, increase the public debt in the US, and so the yield are seen growing up, and that's why the 10-year T-note went down as well. So the situation is that we reached the support and the market rebounded around the level here. Let's see what is going to happen in the next week. We have seen the euro against the dollar. Let's see the dollar against the Japanese yen. It is recovering. The dollar is very strong. The dollar index is really strong too, and the market is moving up here. So in August, when the market collapsed down, the US dollar Japanese yen starting from 161 and more collapsed down to 130 and then rebounded. Right now we are at 154, and it seems we are on the path to try to test again the previous high up there. Let's see what is going to happen. This is the crude oil, and the crude oil is weak again. It's really clear to see in the chart that the area around here, so around the level of $72 per barrel, is very strong. It's a strong resistance, and we have in a row a list of decreasing maximum, let's say here, okay. All these decreasing maximum are showing us that the market is not so strong right now. So we are right now on the support around the area of 67, a little bit above, but there's also the potential that the market can go down and test the area that is 64 and something, that we can consider as, let's say, the final, we can assume as the final potential support to be tested. So this is the story of a crude oil that is really moving down. Let's switch to the European indices, and let's start with the Euro Stock 50. Europe is really weaker than US. So the situation is like this. US are expected to grow in economy with the new president. The European situation is not, let's say, in the similar situation, because what is expected in Europe are damages for the economy because of tariffs that probably Mr. Trump will apply to European exports to US. Then problem connected to the Ukraine war. Potentially, if this could go to the end, probably a lot of expenses could impact Europe because of the reconstruction of a nation. So this is really interesting in a certain way. So we have the DAX that is stronger than the Euro Stock 50, as we can see here, recently tested the all-time high. But in general, Europe is weak, and we can clearly see this from the Stock 50. And it's really completely different from the situation that we have in the US, where we can see the Nasdaq, let's say in the last session, updating a new record high by new record high. So all days we have a new all-time high, and the same situation we can see on the S&P 500. Yes, yesterday it was the Veterans Day, so the market were very thin in volatility, but we can expect in short term that something can happen again here. Maybe the market can a little bit go back and then try to find some additional boost, but this is really important. All the situation here is the impact that on the market was caused by what the so-called Trump trade. So long stocks, short bonds, very strong dollar, and very strong sectors in stocks, like, for example, Tesla, like, for example, Coinbase, like MicroStrategy, like the Bitcoin that hit new record high, very close to 90,000. So very crazy prices. And this is exactly the situation, how it is. So this is all from Italy. Thank you very much for being here. Ciao, ciao from Davide Biocchi. Bye-bye.